Hi, I'm Tony Harold with the City of Arlington's Office of Strategic Initiatives. Today I'm going to walk you through the city's open data portal, Open Arlington. Open Arlington is intended to serve as a central clearinghouse for accessing, visualizing, and interacting with public open data sets. It allows the public to view and interact with the same data the city employees use and update daily, increasing transparency and providing data for researchers, innovators, and everyday residents. We'll look at what data is available, how to access the data, and then visit some interactive web maps on the portal. Let's get started. The first step in accessing Open Arlington is to navigate to www.openarlington.com. Here you'll see a number of pages for city maps, tech news, and other statistical reports. Today we're going to explore the Open Data Portal. Select the Open Data Portal icon and you'll be directed to the Open Data Portal page. From here there are two ways to access data. The first method is through the Categories section. We can see the categories for boundaries, surveying, community, transportation, environmental, property, socioeconomic, and public safety, which is currently under construction. Let's select property. Here you can see all the open data sets related to properties within Arlington. For the most part, data available through the Open Data Portal is dynamic. As city employees update data, those changes are reflected online. So as the city employees update water usage by zip code, zoning districts, they update automatically on the website as well. Another way to access open data is through the search function. Let's say I want information related to water use throughout Arlington. I'll go to the Find Data search box and I'll type in water use. Hit enter. And I want to look at water usage by zip code. This takes us to the dataset page for water usage by zip code. And here we have a summary of the dataset. It'll include general information as well as a description of the fields or attributes within the dataset. So we see that this dataset shows the change in total water usage by zip code, and it's updated monthly. We can see a few of the attributes associated with this table. Zip code references billing zip code. Month change represents the percent change in total water usage from the previous month, and year change represents the percent change in total water usage from the same month 1 year ago. We also have a link for more information. Below the summary, we have a list of attributes available to the dataset. These are the categories of information available for each dataset within Open Arlington. Attributes will differ by dataset depending on the specific information we're looking to show. Before we go on, we can see the licensing information for each dataset just above the summary section, indicated by this icon right here. You can see that this dataset has been attributed with the Creative Commons 4.0 license. Information regarding licensing can be found after clicking the link. The majority of datasets available through the Open Data Portal have been attributed with this license, but for each one, we'll have to see individually before. Now let's explore the data. Back on the dataset page, there are multiple ways to view information related to each dataset. Select the Data tab to view the data in table format while staying on the web page. You can see that zip code 76012 had a 27% increase in water usage from the previous month and a 41.589% decrease in water usage from the same month the previous year. Users can also filter data on this page. Let's filter the dataset to show zip code that have seen increases in water use between 1 and 5% from the previous month. So to do so, we'll select this icon, the filter icon, next to the field name. Let's do month change. Select it, and up here, select it again. Let's type in 1 and 5% and hit enter. And we'll see that the filter worked, and we have 2 zip codes in Arlington that have seen an increase in water usage between 1 and 5% over the previous month. And if we scroll up, we can actually see those 2 zip codes have been selected in the map, and it's just those 2 showing up. Let's go ahead and remove the filter to view data in that little map up there. So if we zoom in on the right, there's zoom in and zoom out buttons. Let's select zip code 76014. Just hover your mouse over it and select. Just click and you will get an attribute box show up on the right side. And we see the same information showing up in this box that we see in the table below for that specific zip code. And this functionality is available through every dataset that's mappable on the Open Data Portal. There'll be points, there'll be lines, and there'll be shapes like this that we call polygons. Now going back down below the map, Web developers can navigate to the API Explorer tab if they're looking to use this data for building their own custom applications at home. Users may also wish to download this data. To do so, you go back to the Overview tab, select it, and if we navigate to the right, we'll see that there's a button for download. So if you select download, you see a drop-down for spreadsheet, KML, and shapefile. If you select spreadsheet, again, you're going to download essentially an Excel-ready CSV file that mirrors the table that's available under the Data tab. If you download a KML file, you'll download a file that's usable in Google Earth, and a shapefile will download a zip file and can be imported into any GIS or Geographic Information Systems program to perform mapping or other spatial analysis functions. Fortunately, users don't need to have mapping software on their computers to build a simple map with this data. Instead of downloading shapefiles, they can view them in ArcGIS Online. To do so, navigate to the right where it says Create Web Map, and once you click it, you're going to be navigated to ArcGIS Online. And here we're going to be able to update the symbology to, let's say, view the changes in water usage by month over the previous month. So right now our symbols are pretty erratic. We're showing just a different color for each zip code. So if we go to the left side, under where it says choose an attribute to show, let's select month change. And we'll see here, let's click options where it says counts and amounts. And let's change the color to make it seem, get more of an extreme change. Let's select yellow to red, dark red. Hit OK. And done. And now we'll see here, once we select legend, that the darker reds, the brick reds, are going to show a greater change in water usage by zip code over the previous month, and the lighter colors vice versa. This functionality, again, just like the small web map above the dataset page on the Open Data Portal, this is going to be available to every file we have that's been formatted as an in shapefile format. So if we have points, if you want to look at specific permits or roadways, these can all be viewable in ArcGIS Online by selecting that Create Web Map link on the previous page. The users can sign up for a free account as well with ArcGIS Online to save and share this work. Let's go back to the main web page for Open Arlington. So there's currently 40 datasets available within these categories. We're always in the process of adding more as well, and I'll get to that a little bit later. For now, let's scroll down to the interactive maps. The city is already built, and let's select Arlington Maps Online. Maps Online is a pretty comprehensive map that shows zoning districts, parcel information, etc. throughout Arlington. So if we zoom in down to the parcel level, and then on the left side, show the legend, we can see the various zoning districts, where schools are, where the city boundary is, natural gas well sites, etc. And users can scroll through here, select the eye icon on the top right, and select a parcel to get information regarding that parcel. Let's go back and look at a different web map. Let's look at the permitting activity. So this permitting activity uses the same data that we looked at earlier for issued permits. It just shows it for the previous month. So if we scroll in, we can see all the issued permits throughout Arlington that have been issued over the past month, from sign permits to re-roofing permits to new construction to business permits, etc. And users can move through the map and select points to get information about each one. On the right of the map, when you view the legend, you can see all the different symbology for each different permit. Again, there's a lot to go through. Again, these web maps can be built online if somebody has enough time and desire using the open data sets available through Open Arlington. So back in October of 2017, the City of Arlington adopted an open data policy in conjunction with the Bloomberg What Works Cities initiative. The full text of that policy can be found at the bottom of the page. It highlights various processes that we use throughout the Open Data program. Finally, we're always looking to build and grow the Open Data Portal. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to email the City of Arlington at the link here. Again, you can find all this information at openarlington.com. Thanks.